This is the month for women, the month of March. And the Deputy British High Commission in Lagos held a cocktail dinner to mark the International Women's Day. Enjoy it.
The month of March is considered the Women's Month. But March the 8th is a day set aside to celebrate the International Women's Day. It's a day to draw attention to the challenges women face at home, work, and the larger society. Here in Nigeria, women are using several platforms such as events like this cocktail dinner at the residence of the British Deputy High Commissioner to draw strength from one another while keeping in mind the theme for this year, better known as the hashtag Be Bold for Change. The cocktail is attended by women who are leaders in their own right, who have achieved greatness or are achieving greatness by extra hard work and intelligence. The hostess, the Deputy British High Commissioner, Mrs. Laurie Bofill, is passionate about women's issues, and it all began with one unforgettable experience.
There are two stories in Nigeria, which is the fascinating thing, right? Two parallel stories. One of incredibly bold, impactful, tenacious women with such voice and agency who go out there, who feel the fear and do it anyway. And that is extraordinary. And tonight I wanted to celebrate those women. But equally, the Nigerian story is also one of very poor women, some of whom are rather desperate, in refugee camps, struggling to look after their children, or women with no education, or women who suffer from domestic violence or other forms of violence, or little girls who feel hopeless. And those are the women that we need to look after and support and encourage and spend a lot of time talking about. And what I was trying to say this evening is that we have a responsibility to talk about injustice, structural injustices, all the statistics, the facts that demonstrate that we are far from inequality, not just in Nigeria, but everywhere across the world. No single country in the world has reached gender equality. So in Nigeria, there's much more that needs to be done. And as a feminist myself and someone who's totally committed to promoting the rights of women and girls, it is one of the things I definitely want to prioritize over my time here. And what I've committed to tonight is to make sure that these issues feature across the spectrum of the work that I do while I'm in Nigeria.
The women share secrets to working your way to the top without losing one's values.
Believe that we should be reticent, we shouldn't take the bull by the horns, we should step back and always be behind a man. I think it's time that we encourage women to be bold and actually take a bold step forward for change, because I believe that the female, obviously there's no country in the world that has achieved gender equality, but especially so in Nigeria. I think that the time has come for us to step out boldly and make that change happen. Unfortunately, we need the support of the men, and I consider it unfortunate because, in my opinion, all those years, all those policies that have these gender biases were crafted by the men. And therefore, when we want to break into it and force a change, they still outnumber us. So if we look at men that are in careers in the corporate world, even in public sector, in public office, they outnumber us. We can't do this on our own. We need the support, but then they need to understand. And I think research has proven that when women are involved, the effects on the GDP of any economy is tremendous.
The struggle for women's rights cuts across every sector, including the entertainment industry.
It's male-dominated, right? So you have to struggle to get heard. You have to work 10 times as hard to get to that point where people are paying attention to you and respecting you. But then again, I love a challenge. So when I entered and I saw how hard it would be, I was like, see, I moved to Lagos from Jos to do this thing. I will not go back if I'm not successful at it. And 7 years later, I'm still here pushing.
It's true that women do need the help of the men in achieving equal rights. But are they willing to give their support?
With the theme of the year, Be Bold for Change, I think it's quite inspirational and instructive for women to get out there and every dream they have to bring it out, no matter whatever it is that could be stopping them, no matter whoever also could be stopping them. It's time for women to come out and speak out, not just with words, but with actions.
At the end of the evening, these women have shared, networked, talked and bonded. But they leave the cocktail only after having made a commitment to stay focused on the theme, making sure attention to women's issues are not restricted to just one day.
Okay, so celebrating women, but I also think every month should be dedicated to women.
Yeah.
Because we're great people.
Yes,
I mean,
we are, and 1 month is not enough.
Nah.
But again, the men also supporting us.
Yeah, thank you to
Thank
all
you
the
so
men who
much.
support women also.
Yeah. Well, I guess that is it on the show today. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Remember that you can watch this and previous editions of the show on channelstv.com. Follow us, you know where to find us online, and also reach us with the number blinking on your screen. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ogechkosi.
And I'm Anne Mwaudo. We'll see you again very soon. Till then, have a wonderful week.